Hey, what is up guys, it's KKB. I'm sorry for the delayed upload this week. I had a pretty busy week, but nonetheless, here I am and I got the video out for you guys for this week. I hope you guys are enjoying the content on this channel, and if you are, please let me know down in the comment section down below. As always, feel free to leave suggestions down there as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the video.
The 38 car, Elliott Sadler, right side tire changes are going on the jack, and he's down the lane. Oh, he hits the 43. Our crewman's down.
Michael Waltrip is on pit road. It's a 4-tire change. He said he had no idea what happened out there. They took 4 because they're 4 laps short. He's going to have to come back and top off. Back to you, Matt.
Jeff Green is trying to turn on pit road. A crew member on the 43 was struck. They're trying to help him off pit road. We'll update the situation momentarily.
Boy, here we go. We've got 2 cars just trying to hit the same spot. Watch, the 43 car's trying to come into his pit, and Elliott's trying to leave. He just hooks the left rear, and those poor guys they got nowhere to go.
Man, that jack man gets knocked about 10 feet down the racetrack. Man.
Fortunately, he didn't get run over by the 38 car once he got thrown down the racetrack. Watch here. He took a hit.
And while we were just coming back, there was an incident on pit lane. We'll update you as soon as we get more information. It involved the 77 of Ron Hornaday. Let's go back and take a look. The 25 of Richard Johns was coming in. Here is the 77, and here's 25, and watch what happens. Oh, the tire carrier on the right front.
You know what, that pit road is dangerous. And these guys have to be very, very careful. Hopefully you didn't break a leg or something.
Well, thank goodness they make them wear the helmets, and you can see.
And these guys are athletes.
Absolutely. It looks like he's up and he's walking. We'll get an update from pit lane as soon as we can. That is good news.
Earlier today, when he came down pit road with no brakes, we have found video of that incident, and watch this. And it's Jeremy Gator, who is the front tire changer. Oh, man, he takes a ride and goes down. And again, he did give me a thumbs up. The other 2 guys you see there, they were fine. Jeremy did give me a thumbs up before he went to the infield care center. Steve, you've done this. I mean, you've had to be the guy who's gone over the wall for many years, and you once took a ride almost like that, but it was on the hood of a race car. Talk about the bravery it takes for these pit crew guys to walk out and run out in front of a car that's coming down pit road every day.
Jeff Gordon getting 4 tires, a fast stop, no chassis adjustment, just a little tight. He also got a fresh drain.
Oh, trouble on pit road, my goodness. Ward Burton has gone through Ricky Rudd's pit crew after contact leaving his stall.
Oh my gosh.
And this was at the end of pit road. Ward Burton coming out of his stall. He and Casey Atwood hit.
And he got about 3 guys, it looks like, maybe and the NASCAR official. The official goes up on the hood and rides the 22 car, and Ward wisely stopped. Thank goodness he did.
Colin Pawsey right here.
Yeah, he just
front carrier
in the grill, but boy, to a driver, and he get his foot caught underneath that splitter.
Yeah.
And you know, for a driver, normally when the jack is dropped, that's his signal to go. So you know, Carl Edwards did what he's supposed to do, but he just didn't quite get out of the way quick enough.
I would agree. But let's see who. Earnhardt Jr., Jimmy Johnson, Michael Waltrip, Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, your top 5 coming in.
Oh, trouble! Jeff Gordon!
Jeff Gordon and Michael Waltrip tangling. Gordon trying to go through Waltrip's pit to his stall, Bill.
Yeah, a lot of confusion down here now. Jeff Gordon trying to back out of the way. This pit stall down here is a very, very tight one.
Check it out. Michael Waltrip's in front of Jeff Gordon, and his pit is the second one. He's got to go around Jimmy Johnson. And Jeff tried to
Whoa! Oh, man, look at the 48 guys right up on the hood of Jeff Gordon's car.
And you'll see the leader there, Joey Logano, in that yellow 22 car. He's going to come to pit road. He said he fired off. He was just a little bit tight, especially in 1 and 2, but late into that run, he said the car fell off big time. He said he was in a 4-wheel drift there.
On the huge wreck
so
on pit road. We talked about how narrow it was, and look at this. They're piled up at the end of pit road.
Piled up. There's like 6 cars you can't even get by. Huge damage to the 48, the 37 we see in there. Unbelievable.
Martin Truex Jr., because of the issues he had on the track, he's involved in this as well. They pile up at the entrance to pit road.
Here's Emmerich back on pit road again. We've seen a ton of mistakes. Let's watch this for a second. Watch Emmerich. Whoa, man!
Oh, that's sad. Wow.
Oh my!
And this, when you're 59 laps down, I mean, I know you try every second, but you gotta take care of your guys down on pit road.
Cars after about the first dozen are coming in here, 3 abreast, and all looking for a bit of position. Here's the problem right there. As Eric Jones, 2 abreast, tries to cut out, he tags Chris Buescher. The 37 goes around, and Buescher collects his jackman, Zach Young.
Got a tire rolling down pit road.
That'll call somebody. That's NASCAR. We'll find out whose it is.
Yeah, it'll roll down here and an official will grab it and it'll have a number stamped on the wheel. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
Guy's down right there on Rudiman's team.
That is certainly good news. He's up and around. We'll show you again. Watch Tony Stewart coming out.
Oh man. That's scary right there. It's always a dangerous spot on that pit road.
The caution is coming out because of the situation on pit road involving Dale Jarrett's car. There is apparently a crewman down there, and they are putting the caution out so they can close the pit road. So the caution is out so they can close the pit road, keep any more cars from coming down, and move some rescue workers onto pit road to further attend to the injured crew member.
Hey, right over here, right over here, right over here.
Yeah, that's just too much rear brake in the car right there. Man, that's a scary situation.
Oh,
look at the jack.
Look at the jack, and they're going toward the. And the official just calmly. But look at the damage to the right front.
That's from hitting the
wall.
Get into the wall there, yeah.
It's taken all night, but Tony Stewart says the back of the race car is finally in the track. They're going to make an air pressure adjustment and 4 tires for Tony Stewart.
The only cars that have not stopped are David Reagan, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Denny Hamlin, of those cars that are on the lead lap. On the last pit stop, watch Tony Stewart coming out. Watch the crewman right there get bumped by the rear spoiler of Stewart's car, sends one of Greg Biffle's crew to the ground. Wow. And here's Steve.
And Mike, the injured crewman was Kevin McDowell, the rear tire carrier. He was just put onto a golf cart of sorts and taken to the infield care center. He was in good spirits. He was smiling, but he was limping. But again, shaking hands with the other guys on the team. Kevin McDowell, the rear tire carrier, headed to the infield care center.
Welcome back to Pocono. Under caution for the second time. I'm Ray Dunlap along with Phil Parsons. Jim Trado and Heather DeBoe are covering our pits today. And we had a brake failure of some sorts for Gus Dean. Here is car number 98 coming into the pits, Phil.
Yeah, he looks like he's able to slow a little bit, but man, oh man, wasn't quite able to get it stopped. And look at the contact he made with our jackman and front tire changer.
We have an onboard from Gree Cooling Products, and we see that Pedro Martinez, who is the tire changer, got up immediately. Now, from onboard, look at this. John had the jack in his hand, and they tried to make evasive action of some kind, but Gus wasn't able to stop at all, and you saw that car completely spin around.
And I think David's experience, he realized he had an issue. He was able to back her down. And maybe Natalie, with a lack of experience, had that same issue, but didn't understand what was going on.
And Austin Wayne, oh! The crew member for
Brian Doza.
I'm not sure if that was one of his crew members or not.
It's kind of sideways, the anchor rocks down.
Oh!
And this is when he was driving off of the pit lane.
Yeah, you watch at the right rear. He spins the car around, just catches the tire changer, and it hit his elbow pretty hard.
Yeah. I couldn't tell if it looked like maybe it got his left knee and hip, too.
It got a little bit of everything. That hurt.
Yeah, he's a little bit upset with Joey right there. Joey needed to spin the car around, felt like he did, to get it headed back in the right direction.
Well, you're mad. You're sitting there. You're pretty ticked off, and
yeah, but you got to be careful with those guys on pit road because they're doing a job for you.
Yeah, and you see the number of laps that Brad Keselowski ran. You're starting to see their hand there, Kelly, on how long they can run.
And it sounded like Brad maybe didn't. Oh, and you see he's just hit a crew member, so this is a disastrous stop for Brad Keselowski, who went through his pit stall. He didn't hear Paul Wolfe, his crew chief, call him in the lap before, so they're a lap behind. And now just disaster as he went through his pit box. You saw the crew member get hit in a tire, go flying into the tube. They have had issues with pit stops before. It's one of the things that Paul Wolfe told me they want to work on in these next 6 races ahead of the chase.
Coming onto pit road and into his pit stall, he's just too fast.
Hope all these guys are okay. Obviously, that was a big fall, but see all the brake dust on the left front wheel. I just wonder if they were using so much brake, and we're going to see a lot of brake dust here, but I just wonder if he's using so much brake that the brakes didn't work the way he was anticipating them to. Sometimes it's easy to, you're trying to get in pit road as hard as you can. You're trying to get your stall as hard as you can. The car just didn't get stopped. Obviously it's, falls on Brad, but I just wonder if he didn't anticipate it because the brakes weren't working quite as effectively as he had planned on.